just one
No, but
little corner of you.
it's like a revolving, like there's like 11, 12 people. They go in and they right there. Everybody goes at the same time.
Hit the fluffer. Next.
And then they're
That's stress. Stress is not good. Stress.
no. In usually it's not good.
When are we going live?
We're already good.
Oh shit! What's up, Sucka?
What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing? We're live. Josh just blindsides me like that, dude. Thank you, my producer who likes to do that. I don't know if y'all noticed today, but we don't have a guest.
I'm a guest.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're my producer. You're on every show too, and
Yeah.
you know, but I think I wanted to do it like this when you suggested it. Also to pay respects to give some time to pay respect to a fallen friend of ours that passed away.
Yeah.
Monday,
yeah.
a comedian buddy of ours, really, really, really good dude, man. My only regret with this guy is not having known him longer. You know, I hung out with him, you know, the few times that I did, you know, which was quite a bit, and got to know him and his wife, really cool. And he passed away from a heart attack, right, on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the dude was a great dude, man. We've seen so many of our friends fall, man, since we started this 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and I think in this podcast, I'd like to pay a little respect to them guys, you know, those Clay. We're talking about Big Clay.
Yeah.
Love you, my brother. Big Clay went on Monday. Another friend of mine from high school is weird because I woke up to this other guy that I've known since elementary school. He died on Monday. And I don't know no one's really saying how he died. So I don't even want to speculate and say what, but they found him dead in his apartment is what I heard.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, man. And then later on, my buddy called me and told me, hey, did you hear about Big Clay? And the reason he knows Big Clay is because my buddy Art, the one that's paralyzed.
Yeah.
He's the one that called me. His daughter used to braid his hair. And then that's when I called you. You hadn't even heard yet, right?
No. And I just text him like, hey, because you were working out and you sending me the workout because I was in the valley. And I was like, yo, what the hell, man? Where's the workout? And then it's because he was passed away.
What time did he have the heart attack at? Do you know?
No, I think it was at night when he had it.
Wow.
Well, I like to say, I love you, bro, because I wish I could tell him that.
Yeah, man.
You know, I have really good friends who I consider brothers. You are one of them.
Yeah, same. I feel the same way about you, man.
And I've had friends that I knew in high school pass away. I've had friends in college pass away, but I hadn't talked to them in years. You know what I mean? I'm still cool with them.
It bothers you, but it doesn't sting like some of them do.
This one fucking stung.
I can tell.
Yeah. I mean, it still hasn't really even hit me because in my head I'm like, dude, you're fucking Hercules, bro. Yeah. And it's like in my head I was like, what killed Hercules? And it's like, well, it's his heart. And I was just like, well, Hercules killed Hercules, and it fucking it made me. I'm like, that's literally the strongest person I know, and you know, I know it doesn't have anybody can pass away from anything, but it really freaked me out.
Because it hit so close to home, man.
Yeah. And because he was telling me, you need to go to the doctor. Like the Friday before he passed, he was telling me, you need to go to the doctor because we went and worked out for an hour and a half and I didn't sweat. And he's like, there's something wrong with you, bro. You should be drenched in sweat.
What do you mean? Why didn't you sweat?
I don't know. But as soon as I got home and I ate, I started sweating like crazy. And I called him up and I was just like, yo, bro. And I ate something healthy.
You were like, I'm sweating.
I'm like, I'm sweating. He's like, yeah, there's something wrong with you. You need to go to the doctor. I was like, all right, I'll go to the doctor. And then that happened. He passed away. And I'm like, fuck, I need to go to the doctor. You know what I mean? Because I know it's just genetics. I got a bad heart.
How old was Clay?
In his 40s. I don't know his exact age.
Late 40s?
44, 48, something like that.
There's a big difference I learned from 42 to 49. You know, there's a big difference in how people age.
Yeah.
In that 40 to 50 gap. That 40 to 50 gap does some people bad.
Your cells don't generate as fast, so your recovery, and if you're still doing the same bad habits of drinking and doing whatever else you're doing, your body can't recuperate anymore, so it takes a bigger toll. But I got lucky because I got to learn that in my 30s, so I'm experiencing my 40s in my 30s, which I think is like thank you, God, appreciate it, you know.
I don't know, man. I've tried to stay. I guess once I started working out and got started an active lifestyle, I never stopped. And I've
Yeah.
always, well, I mean, I didn't always lift weights, but I started lifting weights because I went to prison,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really when I started. But I stayed working out. Like I made it a lifestyle, not just like it bothers me because injuries have put me down, and if I go 2 weeks or more without working out, it starts fucking with my head mentally.
Yeah,
It really started. I mean, I if I at least just do some push-ups or something.
get the energy out.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not even getting rid of the energy. It's just my body starts going, all right, what are we doing here? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, something. And so I have to start working out again. And I've had a lot of friends work out with me. You worked out with me,
Yeah.
and they come and go. They stop. A lot of people just stop because life starts happening. They don't have time.
Yeah. Well, they
Or
have
whatever.
time, they just don't make time.
They don't make time. Yeah, they have time. They don't make time because I do it, and I didn't have the time, but all of a sudden I had the time when I did it.
Yeah.
And
I think I'm gonna stick with this time, but that's just because I go to the Golds here now, and the last place we worked out was at Golds, and so like it's weird. I come out and it's like that's what we're working. It's weird. Like I expect to see him in the truck or he's late or whatever.
he just
It still hasn't hit me, and then I go there and I'm on the same treadmills that we were just on the week before, and it's like and now in my head I have him in my head like, yo, you can't stop now.
yeah.
You do your heart's fucked up. Your doctor already told you that. You don't want to die young. You got to keep going. And I'm
The
like,
doctor told you your heart was fucked up.
yeah, he said basically I'm a 55-year-old man is what he told me. High cholesterol,
chill out,
high
Which 55-year-old man?
not
are
you, not you 55, me 55.
No, I'm not 55. I'm 52.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
Yeah.
like what the average 55-year-old man is, that's my body age is what he told me. And he's just like, you have high cholesterol, like way high. Like I was like, you're saying I can have a heart attack like when I get older? He's like, no, I'm saying you can have a heart attack now.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, okay. And the sleep apnea and all this other shit. And I'm like, but I got
You're just like a basket case of bad fucking
genes.
Shit.
Well, my
Well,
yeah.
I'm not gonna say just bad genes, Josh, because at one point a while back when we were new and doing comedy, you were working at a gym
Mm-hmm.
and you were fit.
No, I was on drugs. That's what it was. It was drugs.
Don't listen
drugs
to this,
will help
kids,
you.
and people trying to get fit. That isn't what makes you look fit.
No, I was not fit at all. I was on a regular
Maybe you were just
amount.
thin.
I was thin. I was the thinnest.
That's what it was. You were just thin. Huh?
I was the thinnest I had ever been since I weighed 160 pounds. I hadn't weighed 160 pounds since I was a sophomore in high school. So, because when I graduated,
Wow.
I was 189, and it was I was taking Adderall.
That's fucking awesome, Josh.
Well, I was taking Adderall because I was taking Vicodin for my back that my doctor gave me. And then as I would like start falling asleep, I needed something to pick me up. So I'm like, well, Adderall, because everybody's on Adderall.
No.
This is 2000. This is 2008. At the time, everybody's in my millennials were on
yeah,
Adderall.
in your crowd, man.
Yeah, exactly. So I was doing that, and then I was also drinking Red Line and shit and
Red
blood.
Line. What's Red Line?
Red Line is
like a Red Bull.
It's like a Red Bull, but it's illegal in the United
Most states.
In Canada. It's illegal in Canada, legal here, but it says on the bottle only drink half. Try half and then try another half.
It's just a shitload of caffeine.
It's a lot of caffeine. But if you look at like the Bangs, a Bang has 300 milligrams.
A Bang?
It's called Bang.
That's that mini? Is it like, what about the 12? What's that 8-hour or 5-hour?
5-hour energy. I don't know how much. I think it has as much
some-
caffeine as a cup of coffee, they say. But it's not just the caffeine. It's the B12 and the guarana and whatever else they fucking put in it and shit.
Oh.
I don't know what the other stimulants are. But yeah, I was drinking that. So when I got into comedy, I was like crackhead skinny. And so everybody's just like, oh, that's the way he is. I'm like, no, you met me at my lightest. But
But you've been fit, though. Right?
No, after I hurt my back, nope. Oh,
Because I feel like that if you've been, you had a regular work. Weren't you working out though?
oh, okay. I was broke. That's the difference. I was broke, so
And
I
you were coming
couldn't.
over and working out at my house
I would work at your house, but I'm saying I was broke because I couldn't eat the food that I wanted to eat
to work while you were working out,
while I was no while I was working, doing whatever, selling cars or cell
you
phones.
just couldn't eat what you wanted to.
I couldn't. Yeah. Well, I was the only source of income,
Uh-huh.
so it wasn't we're going out to eat. It wasn't we're buying baby back ribs and you know what I mean, like shit like that. The $22 steak fajitas. We weren't buying that, but now we buy that. We splurge on avocado. So it's like an avocado is like $2.25 for one fucking avocado.
I buy whatever.
Yeah. Well, see,
I go through there, I just buy what it is. I don't even look at the price anymore. I just buy it because if we need it, like just buying it.
Plus, being here with the kids, whatever they eat for lunch, I'm gonna eat, which is usually macaroni and fucking Tyson chicken strips or some shit.
Yeah. See, well, I got a 16-year-old, and he's like having a giant rat in the house.
Yep.
And we have
I call my son Street Rat.
Yeah.
And my daughter House Mouse.
And then I went and bought all the gadgets. I bought that fucking is it a Ninja? No, it's a Instant Pot.
Mm-hmm.
The Instant Pot air fryer pressure cooker.
Mm-hmm.
I've never used it once. I don't know how it looks like little R2D2.
Yeah, I have one in here.
Okay, yeah.
That's how I cook all the kids' food.
Okay, yeah. He knows how to use it, and I buy him the bags of the breaded chicken strip. He's like raised on chicken. That's all he eats, chicken everything.
Yeah.
And I just buy him that with fries, and he's cooking that shit all night long. And eggs, he makes eggs, but he's up and just eating it. Like you bite it, it's there at night.
Yeah.
You think you get up and sometimes today and you're gonna eat, it's gone.
No.
Like he's
yeah.
I buy those frozen ice cream cones.
Gone.
And he gets mad. Oh, why did he buy those again, man? I'm playing soccer. I'm trying to stay in shape.
So you know, my dad, what he would do was he would purposely buy the cereal that we didn't like, so we didn't eat it, and then it would last longer. And I'm like, it's gonna fucking last forever because nobody's gonna eat this shit.
Yeah,
like that doesn't make it. Let me buy the shit that nobody likes.
Growing up, we couldn't buy Fruity Pebbles or Frankenberry or Count Chocula because or Lucky Charms because there was 5 of us.
Yeah,
that shit was gone. Hour 1. The whole thing. There was no breakfast cereal that next morning. That shit was gone at some time. It was gone. So we got Frosted, not Frosted Flakes, the unfrosted. We got Corn Flakes.
Yeah.
We got Rice Krispies.
I got Rice Krispies.
And we got Cheerios. And we got our candy cereal was Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran?
Yeah, because there was raisins in the cereal. That's it. We got lucky there was raisins. But if you didn't get to the Raisin Bran quick enough, it was just bran.
Yeah.
Because we'd go in there and my brother and sister would scoop out all the fucking raisins. You look at their bowl and it's just and you just had bran. Like, oh, you fucker. So, yeah,
and that's why you're regular.
But I would buy those cereals like now when I go in there, I'd go in there and buy like they're making new ones, bro. Like they're merging.
Yeah.
They have like the Lucky Charms marshmallows in the Captain Crunch fucking things and shit like that. And I'm like, oh, it looks so good.
The one time they bought Cookie Crisp. They bought it one time.
And it cut your mouth all up.
No, I ate the whole box in a night. And my dad was like, I'm never buying this again.
Because that shit's good.
Well, also, I would, he'd call me Jeffro because I'd get a big old bowl and I'd fill the whole thing up. And I'd get the big spoon and I'd sit there with my fat ass and just, I was 5 foot, 140, and just sit in front of the couch, fucking eating cookies. Bullshit. Yeah. And he's just looking at me in disgust.
Disgusting.
Like, go do something with your life. And I'm like, what? I'm in 7th grade.
Yeah.
You
did it. You showed him.
He used to say, he's eating me out of house and home.
Yeah, that's another thing my dad used to say. I think that was a common phrase with our parents.
I think I was, though. Like, it
was somewhere
the food bill was doubled because of me. Because my mom was, like, super fit. And my dad was one of those people who, I think you're kind of like this, where you buy something, like he'll buy a pack of M&Ms, and he'll take like 6 or 7 of them and roll it up, and then put like a pin on there.
Oh, definitely.
And then put it at the top of so nobody grabs it. And then he'd get mad because I go in there, I take like 6, and he's like, I have half a bag. This thing was supposed to last me 4 days. I'm like, it's a bag of M&Ms, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
I definitely when I buy the little personal bags of chips,
Yeah.
that's like half a bag is enough for a sandwich.
Yeah.
And then so I could have the other half for the
What do you
next
mean
sandwich.
half a bag? You got to, if you get the little chips, it's 2 bags. You got to have 2 bags, 2 sandwiches.
No,
And
I
when
just
you make the
eat.
sandwich, you got to put butter and toast both sides.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got titties.
Yeah. No, why your cholesterol's high and all that. Like I'll
Yeah.
eat just half the bag of chips and then
Yeah.
fold it up, clip it. Like the little things of ice cream,
Mm-hmm.
little
The
pints.
pint.
I've got one in there. I've been eating it for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, that one will last me a long time, but that's because I get diarrhea. So it's not like a choice. It's like I got to get half a cup because if I eat this whole thing, I'm fucked the rest of the night. Like, and I don't want that shit.
Oh yeah. No, but I quit doing that stuff. That's one. Well, what I do eat. Well, and I also would buy the Jellos with the fruit in them.
Yeah.
And those are good too. But I quit because at night it would start with that. It
Yeah.
would start with I'm gonna make a sandwich, and then I eat a sandwich, and okay, like there's my meal, and I'm like, you know what? I'll eat just a small bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
I ate a bowl of fucking Lucky Charms, and then I'm like, I'm gonna eat one of them fucking ice creams. So I eat one of them ice creams.
But you're not like a calorie counter.
No, not at all. I'm just hungry, and I got stoned. So I'm like, I'm gonna eat just that ice cream, and then I'm like, I'm gonna eat one of these Jellos.
Yeah.
And then I eat a Jello, and then I'm like, I need to eat a yogurt because I need to eat something healthy.
Yeah.
To finish off after all this crap, and then I love the yogurt. Love yogurts. I get the peach ones or the mixed berry or the blueberry ones, and then I eat a yogurt, and then I go to bed fucking feeling horrible about myself. Like, why did I fucking do this, dude? And I'm like, man. And then I get up and for all night long, what's on my mind is that I have to work out tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have to get my workout.
So you have anxiety about working out?
Not anxiety, but I'm just thinking like before I start doing anything else, let me get my workout in so I just don't have an excuse.
Yeah.
I don't have anxiety. I don't trip out because if something happens and I don't get my workout in, I'll work out the next day.
Yeah.
I'm not that dude that's, I fucking missed. Now I got to, no, it's just how it's, I'm a busy dude sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'll get my workout in. I will still get my 3 or 4 a week. I was getting 5 in, and it was a little bit too much.
The only thing that's been working for me, and by working, I mean I'm not gaining weight, so that is a positive.
Dieting.
Is intermittent fasting, which just means I don't eat till like 12 or 3 o'clock. And then I can eat later in the day. So
I kind of, because I've listened to that on podcasts. I'm talking about fasting, and I was like, why do you want to fast? And then I was like, okay, well, then I kind of do that when I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just like go all day without eating.
Yeah.
And I just say, okay, well, like I'm fasting.
And that, you know what? And that's what I used to do during work because I'm never a breakfast person. So I'd wake up, I'd have a cup of coffee or energy drink. I'd go to work, and then I'd skip lunch, and I probably wouldn't eat till 2 o'clock. And the whole time I'm walking and everything. And I always noticed that after I ate, especially because a lot of the jobs I had, I'd work outside, right? Like for car sales, I'd go out and I'd just start sweating like crazy as soon as I ate.
It's from the food you eat?
Yeah, you get sleepy, and because all the blood flow goes to your digestive system, and so like shit starts to shut down. But I feel like with me, it like fucking somebody puts the off switch. Like if my first meal is pancakes or some shit like that,
you crush.
I got to go to bed for 3 or 4 hours so my body can digest it. Yeah, which makes you fatter.
You don't. I get those. You don't have to go to bed for 3 or 4
No,
hours.
you don't have to. You don't have to, but you really want to go to bed.
Yeah, because that's when like I force myself. Because sometimes I'll be like especially when I got that shot, dude. When I got the vaccination, get vaccinated, people. Unless you don't want to, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But when I got the shot, bro, I could sleep 9. I could go to bed at 9 o'clock at night, like because I just wanted to go to sleep. Get up at noon and be ready for a nap.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I'd get up, take a shower, thinking, okay, and then I'd work out, eat something.
Did I get the vaccine? I think I got the vaccine at 30.
It's
been like 6 years I've felt this way.
Dude, yeah, and I'm drinking a protein drink, and I'm like, shower. I'm like, okay, I feel good. And then I was like, okay, let me just lay down now. Like, I just wanted to sleep. And I was like, no, but that's kind of gone away. I didn't know if I was smoking too much weed and it was making me that drowsy.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people have said that for the first, my wife said that for a month
She was just
she was
sleepy.
just she was sleepy as shit.
Yeah, that's how I was, but it went away.
And she got the shakes and everything. That's what. I think she told you that. She's like, it'll last about a month and then it'll go away.
I even what freaked me out sometimes is I got up like I was sitting in the backyard, watching TV, and I got up real quick to go inside, and like I got like a head rush.
Yeah.
Like dizzy, and that doesn't happen to me. I skate, I do a lot of this and that, and I don't get those weird head rushes, and I was getting that, man.
I've been getting that lately, but I think it's because I've been fasting and I'm not eating until 4. So right about 2:30, I'm just like, oh shit, I am light. You feel a little like you're on something, like drunk or high or something like that. You know what I mean? When you don't eat for a while.
Yeah. But wasn't Clay? Didn't he lose a bunch of weight?
He lost like 50 pounds.
And how he did that from dieting?
Dieting, working out. He was drinking a lot less. I mean, he used to drink like a pitcher of fucking beer, and that was one drink. Like at the Tiger, usually at the Tiger because they would sell them cheaper. But he cut back on the drinking. He was working out. He was doing boxing again. He was lifting weights. So
how much he weighed? Over 300 pounds.
He said he was 405 or 410, and then he went down to like 350, 360.
Wow.
And he's like 6'9". So
he's 6'9".
Yeah, 6'9".
He's a big old boy, dude. I mean, that sucks, man. Because he was in the process of was he told by a doctor or something recently that he needed to get?
No, he just wanted to do it for.
He just knew he was living an unhealthy lifestyle.
Yeah, it was some stuff, some family things had happened, and so.
Oh yeah.
He was trying to really.
He wanted to be around, so he was going to get himself in shape.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it opened my eyes. I'm like, I have to do, like, I literally have his voice in my head when working out, because it's like, I don't know how else to describe it. Like this is a horrible analogy, but like Scrooge when his friend died, and he comes back to him and he's like telling him like, don't be greedy and da da da. It's like, hey, stop eating shit and work out, motherfucker, or the same thing's gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't want that to happen.
Yeah, and look at another.
By the way, a horrible analogy. I understand.
Yeah,
that.
he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Another comedy buddy that died. I don't know how well you knew him, Tommy Munoz.
Yeah, I knew Tommy, but I wouldn't say we were like, friends or anything.
Yeah. Like I knew Tommy too, and when I saw him, he showed me love. We were on shows together and stuff like that. But
he was an asshole to me at first, but he was hilarious. There was other comics who were assholes that I'm just like, oh, you're just an asshole. But or maybe it was just that he was funny. So I was just like, oh, you can be an asshole. You're funny. You earned it.
Yeah, I don't know. He was a little bit different. He could be a jerk to people. I saw that, but he's another one. Sad to say that his health, he got real overweight. Then what happened? Like his knees gave out on him he was doing some skit or trying to playing football.
He swung on a karaoke DJ.
Oh,
he was mad at him, and so when he swung on him,
his
knees popped.
Yeah,
and I forgot if he tore MCL, but he didn't have health insurance, so he couldn't get his knees fixed. So he was bedridden.
Yeah, I heard he had been sitting at home, depressed, bedridden. Bad circulation. He was overweight, and he just died.
Yeah,
his heart just gave out, I guess. And another one. From Corpus, what was his name?
Who?
The one that had diabetes and was with.
Oh, Vatos Locos.
Vatos Locos.
Yeah.
He was with Javi.
Yeah.
And Jacob. And what was his name?
I can't remember.
I'm sorry, man. We'll think of your name here, man. But he came. They came over and they stayed at my house one weekend when they were doing shows here, and. I remember we were gonna barbecue on Saturday or something, and so when we got up on Saturday, I said, "Let's get a workout in, and then I'll get the fire going." And they were all looked at me crazy and were like, "Get a workout in." Remember, I had that whole gym at my old house.
Yeah.
In the garage.
I mean, but were they gonna work out? Maybe one would, but
I thought Jacob would at least.
No, Yeah.
Yeah, like Jacob's ex-military, and he's, thinner. And I thought maybe the other guys would be like, I'll do a little work.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just do one and it makes you feel good. You see the dudes that do one and walk around.
Yeah.
So I thought
I've been watching dudes at the gym. It's fucking hilarious. I saw a guy doing bench press. He put 3 plates on each side. He takes it off and he goes, hoo, 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 and then he put it back. I was like, what the fuck was that?
Dude, there's a worse form.
Not even, there was no chest. He didn't put, it was like shoulder. He was like,
I've seen dips done the same way. Like this are neck ups.
Yeah.
Get up on the fucking dip station to go.
I don't think they know what they look like.
Juan Villarreal did that at my house too. Juan got on there and I was like, your neck's going to be swole, bro. I was like, but
the worst one is squat. I've seen so many people, they're squatting and like they have the barbell like completely. I'm just like,
I don't even mess with that shit.
Yeah.
That's why my legs are so built. But yeah, man, that dude, it was that when I said, let's go work out, and I thought that, and that dude had his feet wrapped.
Yeah.
Like medical shit. And I was like, what shoes do you wear when you go on stage? He goes, nothing. I wear these. My feet wrapped. It's because I have diabetes. And I was like, how old are you, dude? And he was 39. Because I said, bro, you better get yourself in shape, dude, or you're not even going to live to see 40, bro. You should start doing something. And he was like, yeah, I know.
A lot of people have never worked out in their life other than,
it's weird.
High school and stuff I know
that. It's weird that I run across that, and he died a week later. I'm
going to say the majority of people don't work out. I'm
starting to think that too, but
you're in the minority.
I guess so, but I mean, it's hard. It's hard to, because when I get up, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to, and I still do it. And when I'm done, I'm glad I did it. I'm always fucking glad I did it. But yeah, it's not easy, and I get it, and that's why I can appreciate when you see someone that
helps you fall asleep, and then maybe you shouldn't do this, but what I do between each set is I think of something fucked up that makes me mad or sad or whatever, and then I push that out in the weight. Then I cry, and everybody's like, "Ooh," and they don't want to spot me and shit like that.
That's badass. Then you gotta hug them later.
Yeah.
No, I don't have to go like that far. I just push myself to do my put a fucking poster of some fucking built ass fucking Baywatch in front of me and think like, yeah, that dude worked out and did that. Why can't I do that?
And I've never had the feeling of, like, I've seen people who are all ripped, and I'm like, I'd be cool to look like that, but I've never been like, damn, I gotta be ripped. Like, I've never.
No,
really had that feeling. So like the motivation is, I had to find another motivation, and so what I'm finding is push out whatever fucking mental shit is going on in your head. Push it out through fucking weights, because I was trying to do the cycling thing, and just.
What do you mean cycling? Just stationary cycling?
The stationary cycle. I do 45. I do 3 days a week, 45-minute class, and I wasn't losing any weight because after class I'd go eat like 3 or 4 tacos right away. And because my metabolism went up like crazy. And with weights, I'll get hungry, but not like I do after doing cycling class.
So when you get hungry, is it like no control? Look out, dude.
See, I have this
nothing
thing,
safe in the fridge.
I have this thing that I don't know if I have any of it. It's called self-control. And
never heard of it.
Yeah, never. I just learned about it. You're supposed to have it, but just certain things. I have no self-control.
Certain foods.
Mostly food. It's mostly food that I have.
Like last night, yesterday, Raul came over and we started writing out the whole scenes from all the robbery, the jewelry store robbery and all this stuff. And we drank, like I said, probably, a 12-pack, a little more than a 12-pack.
Yeah.
We combined, so 6-7 beers each.
Yeah.
And then Veronica said, well, Ben's home. Her son was home from playing soccer. What are we going to eat? And I said, just if he wants to order a pizza, we'll order a pizza. I'm cool. So I think y'all just got there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he ordered 2 different kinds of pizza, 2 different kinds of wings. And after we finished writing, we went in to eat, dude. I fucking ate. I don't even know what I ate, dude. I started eating up everything in the fucking kitchen, dude.
Yeah, drunk munchies.
Bad. I regretted it, dude. I ate like I went on a fucking eating spree. I felt like I gained like 10 pounds, dude.
Yeah.
But if not good, it feels horrible. And I don't like doing that, but I wonder, like, I feel like I'm in good shape maybe, but I wonder what's going on with my insides now.
What do you mean, like your butthole?
No, just like my cholesterol level. So, no, my butthole's fine. But I got a friend who had to get his butthole checked recently and the endoscopy
Yeah.
because all of a sudden he can't walk.
What the fuck?
All of a sudden he has no strength. He said he's lost. He didn't have any appetite. He was in pain.
You have cancer?
No,
Oh.
they don't know what it is. And this dude was a crazy dude. He's fucking done probably 28 years in prison now.
Yeah.
He's out, but they did a home invasion on him a few months ago, and when they did the someone just kicked in his door and stole. And anyway, they tied him up, him and his wife, and they kicked him in the back a bunch of times. And he thinks he's got an injury from that.
Yeah,
because he went to have an MRI recently.
Yeah, if you get kicked in the spine and you can't walk, that's definitely an injury.
He was walking around afterwards.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden it's progressed to, he was working and everything, and then all of a sudden he started having a lot of pain, and then he couldn't eat, and then his back was hurting worse, so he quit walking around, and now he's in a wheelchair, and he's lost all this fucking weight. And
nerve damage.
They're saying that they think they herniated a couple of discs, and it's pushing on his spine, and then they found a fracture in his spine now. And he's all fucked up, dude. He's all fucked up, and he's 52 years old.
Well, that's no fault of his own, though. That's
no,
home invasion.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, but he's all fucked up. But yeah, they didn't know what was going on. They ran all these tests. They checked his butthole and his fucking throat and everything, and they can't find anything. And I'm like, all right. And I was just like, and that's why I was talking about, because you said check your butthole. Yeah. And I was like, man, and I was like, how bad? I know you were in prison for 28 years, so you got your butthole probably checked a few times in there. But like, how bad was the butthole scopy?
You don't remember any of it. You're out.
Yeah, that doesn't make it any better, But
you feel.
Oh,
fine
you had
after.
it done. That's right. Huh?
Yeah, when they took out a polyp.
They see, and you're what? How old are you? 37.
No, I'm 35. Thank you.
You're 35.
Yeah, I'm 35.
You're 35, and usually you don't go till you're about.
Family history of
polyps,
of colon issues. Also, I was like shitting blood for a little bit.
Oh, okay. There
So
was a
then I was just
reason.
like,
You
yeah,
didn't just go and say, "Hey, look for a polyp."
I was
have
just
a
like,
history.
"Hey, who wants to put fingers in my ass?" And the guy was like, "I do." And I was like, "Fuck yeah."
He was
They're like, "Do you want a long tube in your ass?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah." Can I pay for it? And like, yeah.
And Ron Jeremy was like, "Come here." I got you. No, I mean.
And you know what's weird? It's the tiniest room. Like, the room I went into is way smaller than this. Like, maybe that area right there. And
well, that's good. Can you imagine them putting you in the gym and it's just one little corner of you?
It's like a revolving, like, there's like 11, 12 people. They go in and they right there. Everybody goes at the same time.
Hit the fluffer. Next.
And then they put you in a little, not a room, but it's a big room, and then there's curtains all around you, and they're like, get undressed, put this on, get in bed. So you get in bed, and they're like, do you eat anything? Because they don't want you.
We're going to know.
Yeah. They don't want you to shit on them. And so, because I thought I was going to get like the catheter and all this shit. They're like, no, just, you didn't eat or drink anything,
don't
right?
Shit on us.
Yeah. And so they did it, and they found a polyp, and I got to go back because you know how you pee and then you think you're done, but then more comes out a little bit later. Apparently that's not good. So now I got to go get that checked.
Oh, because you're having a lot of pee issues later? And at 35, you're having all those issues?
I feel like I'm a Land Rover. You know what I mean? Like, at the beginning, I'm fucking, it's nice. I'm badass.
Range Rovers.
And then, Range Rover. And then, like, right at 100,000 miles,
it's worth
which
like
is $30,000.
$2,000.
Yeah, it just, everything's braking on it.
Yeah,
and it's
no
just,
switch. The switch to open the sunroof turns on the windshield wipers and all that shit. I was funny. I was just talking about that with my girl about how Range Rovers
suck.
Because she was like, my boss has 2 of them, and she was like, those cars are horrible. He buys them, and they're always breaking down. He's always paying all this money. You don't know what switch does what in them. Yeah, and then they're worth, 2 years after you have them, they're $50,000 off the showroom floor. They're worth $2,500 2 years later. You know, resale those.
Well, that's my body. That's my body in a nutshell.
It looks like a beat up Land Rover.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more like a couch rover.
I'm just trying I'm doing old man workouts. Like, I don't like going to the free weights. I like the machines. I need to isolate. I'm not putting on heavy weight. I need to breathe out.
Don't knock the old man workout.
I'm not. I like the old man workout.
Let me tell you what my workout is. It's an old man workout. I'm 52 years old. I went from, you see me work out. I used to hit the bench hard.
You remember that lady from SNL? I'm 50. Then she'd go, she was, what's her name? She'd wear damn, let me pull it up for you real quick. That's who you're reminding me of right
Shut
now.
the fuck
up. This is it.
But
I'm 50.
no, and I used. Oh,
Sally O'Malley. Do you remember her?
mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember her. That's the cheerleader chick too. What's her name?
Did
Molly
she play-
Shannon.
No, she would play the.
She did the shit where she'd smell around.
Yeah. She was the student.
Um,
So this is Edward's. I'm 50.
Shut the fuck up.
Fucking workout.
No, but because I used to hit the weights. I was all about
Yeah.
hitting the weights. Now, since I've torn everything, since I started getting tendonitis. That's something I've never got.
Krill oil. Take krill oil.
I started taking fish oil with krill oil in it, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and I was burping up the fish oil taste, and I didn't like that. But I heard there's new
Krill
ones.
oil doesn't have the taste like fish oil.
Krill are those things. That
Or
the
you can
whales
put it
eat.
in your butt.
I don't need to put krill butt oil.
It's for your
Huh.
joints.
I don't need it
CBD.
in my butt. No, I don't need to loosen my
CBD
butt to get
and-
to my joints.
No, all that for me. Don't drink. If I don't drink, if I don't,
Well, I take like an osteobiflex type pill.
Mhm.
It's for joint. It's for joint pill. But what I do now is I do the bands.
yeah.
So, like I do bands, and I haven't have you ever had tendonitis?
No, I don't think so.
So like tennis elbow.
Oh yeah. From I got that from typing too much and shit.
Okay,
and I started getting numbness down my arms.
Yeah, I got tendonitis so bad, dude, and I know, and I know like the exact moment I got it. We were on the cruise.
You sound like it's an STD.
Yeah,
I remember the day I got.
Yeah, she was standing alone. No, we were on the cruise. We were on the cruise, and me and Veronica went to go to the weight room. I said, "Man, I just want to get a workout in."
Yeah.
They had this weird curl machine that had these weird handles that made your arms in an awkward position when you did the curl. It was a sit down, and I got in there and I did like 2 sets. And the first set I was like, "This is stupid," and the second set, I felt it straining the tendon.
Yeah.
And then I stopped. I usually do 3 sets of everything.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even do a third. I said, "Fuck this! Like this is weird." And it just kept hurting. And then it just went from there, dude. I couldn't even shake anyone's hand. It started here. It went down to my wrist.
Yeah.
Where I was dreading seeing people. I was like, "Oh fuck this dude!" And I tried to fist pump them, and some dudes are like, "Nah, bro, you get fucking." And they'd squeeze my hand, dude. And I was just like, "Fuck,
Dude, you couldn't even jack off, huh?
dude." Everything it hurt, dude. Then I had that for like 5, 6, 7 months, dude.
Yeah.
And I was gonna go get a shot. My friend had got, I got
A
tendonitis,
steroid shot.
and he went and got the shot right in. He was like, "Dude, the shot sucks," but
He got vaccinated for tendonitis.
yeah, 3 days later, 4 days later, it was gone.
Yeah.
And he had it for like a month when he went and did that because work, it was fucking with him. And I was like, "Oh, I don't want to go get this shot."
You ever seen the people who wear the little? It's like
I
a strap
I
and then
have it.
a ball
It
that
didn't
presses
work.
right here.
It was uncomfortable too.
Yeah.
Because you're doing stuff and it was just uncomfortable. I tried all of them. I have a bunch of those.
Yeah.
And I was massaging it out, everything. It was just fucking hurting. And then it finally went away. And then I got it in my other arm. And you know what it was from? I think also because handball and throwing my hand like that, and then lifting weights, getting tight, I guess,
Yeah.
and then doing the handball with maybe not stretching right.
Yeah.
So I haven't played handball in probably like 2 months. Also because I got injured.
Yeah.
Skating, and my hands are bruised.
Yeah.
And my heels.
You have stigmata.
Yes. And yeah, it was bleeding. And my heels are bruised. My ankles is still swollen. My left ankle's still swollen, and both of my heels are still bruised. So I can't play handball yet.
Yeah.
I can't even barely ride my bicycle or skate because when I got on my skateboard and tried to roll around a little, the bend in my ankle wasn't right yet.
Yeah, I just want to be able to walk at 50. So if I can walk, I'm good. My story's similar. I got the tendonitis because I was doing this.
Oh yeah,
that's
dude,
why
very
I
similar.
tried doing my tits up like that, and then
You
I
look
go
like a typing velociraptor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's see. I don't want to have those stories of how that's how I got injured. Well, you know, I was taking out the trash and I fell and fucking.
That's how it happens.
I know,
Yeah.
but I don't want. I was doing a front.
Now
side
you want to
air.
be like, I was skating, I was up, I did a 800.
I did not an 800. That's I rolled into the bowl, hit the 8-foot section of the bowl, pulled a front side air, tuck knee front side air, and pulled out too far and landed over the flat. And so
I pulled out too far once, hurt myself.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
It hurts. It doesn't feel good.
Well, I felt good to me. But yeah, man. That I mean, I don't. What do they say? I like people are like, dude, you're already old, dude. Quit skating. And I'm like,
that has to irk you though.
You get
Is
old.
it usually fat people that tell you that?
Just everybody, yeah, and yeah, people that don't do anything that tell me that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
because it makes them feel bad. Like I feel bad because my father-in-law and my mother are in better shape than I am. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, you guys. Like my mom has a 6-pack and she's in her 60s.
Really, she works out a lot.
She works out a lot, and when I go to her house, like she watches what I eat. Like I woke up in the middle of the night and I was grabbing a slice of pizza, right? And she was like, "Don't do that." I was like, "Who the fuck said that?" She was asleep on the couch in the near the kitchen.
Did she have like a
scared the shit out of me?
Did she have a life-changing event? A scare or health scare somewhere along the way?
No, she's just always been.
She's always been like that.
She's always been like in shit. I remember when I was a little kid, she was like in a volleyball league, and then she does those. What's it called? Not like the half marathons. And
your
shit
mother,
like that.
or your mother-in-law?
My mom.
Your mom?
Yeah, my father-in-law is a bodybuilder. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he has like instead of a podcast studio in his garage, he has a gym called the Papi Chulo Gym, and he put a big ass sign that says Papi Chulo Gym.
And you don't work out with him when you go
Yeah,
there?
I don't work out with him because I worked out with him once.
He try to kill you?
And yeah, of course, he's my father-in-law, so he's gonna be like, I'm gonna show him up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like I've been sore before, but this was inside my joints. I felt like they were broken, like my shoulders. All of that was like, did I not stretch right?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's because I'm doing.
How old is he?
He's in his 50s. I don't know exactly how old he is, but he's in his 50s.
Yeah, so he's probably a few years older than me, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Marissa's 35 also.
35, yeah.
So I have a 32-year-old son.
Yeah.
So 3 years difference. I could have easily have the same thing, be the same age. And it's about starting a lifestyle, man. Now, you know.
That's exactly what it is, a lifestyle, not I'm getting ready for spring. Because you know what? That's the only time I ever got in shape. Getting ready for spring break. And I had a 6-pack once in my life, and it's when I met my wife, and I tricked her. And her thinking that I always have a 6-pack. No, you caught me after taking 2 months of RIP fuel and dehydrating myself and taking 5 cycling classes and lifting weights for like 8 weeks.
See, but you do. I do stuff where I pace myself where I'm going to keep on going. Because you know what? I've watched so many people quit. Like I've had people that come over and say, "Oh, I'm gonna work out with you." And they'd see the gym that I had in my garage, and they'd see that I was working out, and they'd be like, "Okay." And I've always been little Edward, always been a little dude. So even though if I get built, I'm still little. It's not like I'm all fucking little, like that big dude. No, I'm still a little dude.
You got to watch your shoulder side because of your head. The shoulders can't get too big because then the head looks smaller.
Like my head is gonna look small. Like
that's why I got a big midsection, big tits because my head's big, and so it looks proportional.
Badass, dude.